Welcome to Mango Bay. Today we're talking about a tragic comic love story between Prakash and Mujahid. We're talking about Jains doing a secret heist to rescue goats on Eid and a special fast that Usama is embarking on. So come on in.
Mango Bay, Mango Bay.
Mango Bay.
Mango Bay.
Oh.
Mango Bay. Mango Bay. Mango Bay. Your Mango Bay.
For the exclusive content, don't forget to join our Patreon at patreon.com/MangoBay. Mango.
Bay.
Welcome to Mango Bay, your one-stop shop for all things South Asian, Gunda vibes, big time,
Mango Bay.
jungly vibes. We're bringing
Hello,
it.
we are two best boys, Usama, Siddiquee.
Pranav, Behari.
And you already know what the heck it is. It's South Asian tamasha, weirdness, what have you. Who
Good
done
times.
it?
Good times.
Always.
Come on in.
Doing
Don't be afraid, South Asian losers.
Please. Patreon.com/MangoBay. Get on there.
Ooh, archived episodes.
Discord server.
Discord server. Early access to all of our episodes. You get the hottest takes, even hotter, straight out the kitchen.
Bonus content.
Bonus content.
I think we should do an advice column pretty soon. I'll start asking some questions.
Listen, we always want to do an advice column,
Yeah.
and then we always...
Do you give them bad advice?
No, we give amazing advice.
Kill yourself.
But, you know...
What?
I don't know. We never stick to the advice column.
We don't stick,
stuff.
but I think we should start because I think people were doing it. People were giving a lot of like, "Hey, I'm on the run" or something. You know,
I'm on the run. Yeah, they were. It's a lot. Yeah, the problem is a lot of the advice is the same thing. It's like,
Right.
pay attention, fuckers. You know, we're giving you the same advice
I know.
10 times in a row. My parents don't. It's like,
Is
yo.
it crazy that I'm a doctor but I like juggling?
Yeah,
Like,
I know. Exactly.
And as we get older, it's like just be a doctor.
I know.
Go
That's
be
the
a
thing. It's like,
doctor.
be a doctor, guys.
Go be a doctor.
Yeah, we're not ready for that tipping point for Indians to become mediocre yet. You know,
They're coming though. You've seen the DJs,
the DJ. Well,
you know.
we got a DJ on our next episode.
We do. He's chill though. I like him a lot.
He's successful.
He's actually doing stuff.
Yeah.
He's doing stuff. He's the man. Bengali boy
My
as well.
girlfriend's a fan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's in college. They were all about him.
Very fucking cool.
Yeah.
I love to hear it. Jungly story for the day. So recently I had pulled the lever on the cargo load.
Oh yeah, you dropped all your hose.
Jettison.
This is Usama's maybe annual or biannual purge of bitches. His bitch purge.
Bitch purge.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I do? It's a Joker scene where I put the pool stick in half and I said, "There's only one opening left," and the two hoses fall on the ground. Like, not at all. Before in this episode we talked about how I had a little come to Jesus Muhammad moment where I was like, you know what, the streets are no longer as fun. So I was like, you know what, truly, let's end it all.
Yeah.
Let's jettison
Right.
the hose, right? And then I do that, right? And I'm cool just, doing that. And that's already pretty wild for me. And then, of course, my boy P has to jigsaw it, has to be like, let's play a game with it.
Yeah,
So he
I
calls
agree.
me. He's like, I already know the voice too. He's like, hey, man.
Fuck off. Don't say hey man.
Hey, man. And I'm like,
What's up, bro? Bro, I gotta talk to you.
Yeah, what's up, dude? Hey.
Yo, let me holler at you.
Let me
real
holler
quick.
at you. What's good? My N-word. Pranav, I'd be comfortable if you didn't say the N-word as much. Even if it's among friends. So he's like, so I'm trying to do some normal life stuff, right? And Pranav is like, he's like a wannabe Brahmana, He's like, look at me go. This crazy guy. Who I see as a Brahmana, of course,
Not a
As
brahmana.
what do you call it? Like, Rishi.
Listen, I'm just a seeker like everybody else.
Of course,
okay?
of course. What's the highest level of that?
Brahma Rishi.
Brahma Rishi,
Yeah.
right? So Brahma Rishi vibes. He comes in, right? Saffroned up.
Yeah, always.
Always.
always representing. You see this guy on his shirt?
What's
That's
up,
me.
baby? What's up, baby?
That's me,
All
right
day,
there.
all
Temple
day.
of Doom. I'll eat your heart.
If Pranav had
Shakti De.
if Pranav had an Inside Out Pixar version, it would just be Amrish Puri 1,000 times.
It would be.
Hey! Oi! Love this guy, legend. So he was like, dude, like,
Can you not do my voice like that? You bitch. I fucking hate you.
Sorry. What up?
We're good.
We're good, my brother. He's like, so you're not seeing any girls? I'm like, yeah, it's gonna be really tough. To me, that's already like, on a mountain meditating. No hose is literally I'm in the Himalayas.
Yeah.
In the morning, waking up at dawn and meditating. And he's like, let's add something to. How about you don't jack off?
Yeah.
For a month. And I was like, what? And my hands reflexively moved slowly to my dick, like
Get one last one in.
before we start.
Goodbye. For now. It's not farewell.
In Ramadan, but you can't eat the moment dawn starts. So before dawn, you're just like eating everything. It's kind of like that.
You get up at 3 a.m. Come prep.
Come prep. It starts today. So he's like, yeah, man, just don't do it. And it was interesting. In the beginning, I was like, yeah, right. Get out of here. This is what I do. I jack off. That's what I do.
This is my identity.
That's my thing. Everyone knows it. And then Pranav kind of like, just as always, he just kind of got me, thinking about it. And I was like, you know what? Okay. All right. For real. Okay. For real. I'll do it. So I did it. That was like maybe a week and a half ago. And for a week and a half, it was very tough. It was very, very tough. There's moments, because I basically was doing it like 4 times a day.
Yeah.
Like I was in there. I was like, no matter what, there was jizz coming out 4 times a day. But, like by day 5, day 6, I was like, I was a boy back then. I was just a boy at the best of my needs. Yeah. And I kind of escaped the need. And it was beautiful because then I really was getting to a space of like ease and kind of like I didn't really need it after a while, really. And then I did bang after a week and a half.
Yeah, didn't last long.
Banged in the condom.
I'm sure she was very special, though. I'm sure she was very special.
It was. But here's the thing, it felt so good. Like being... I hadn't enjoyed sex like that in a long time. Because at this point, in the hodom, right before I stopped the thing, I had to imagine like horses upside down.
I know.
That were underage. Calves.
I know. This is how serial killers are born.
Absolutely. Because you're just going crazy. I was losing the ability to enjoy meat and potatoes sex.
Yeah.
And then that sex happened. I was like, this is how it felt like for the first time.
Right.
And I was want to say thank you.
You're welcome, dude. I'm proud of you. But
how long did the sex last for?
Well, until I thought of Pranav, it was going to last for a long time. And then I thought of him, and I was like, Pranav!
So, listen, have you gone back now on the kamfrat?
Yeah, so I'm no longer jacking off. That's the instant gratification that I'm trying to undo.
Yeah.
So me having sex is different from that. That's a connection thing. The jacking off was a fulfilling of a immediate need for gratification.
Yeah, jacking off is more often than not like a pressure valve for anxiety, right?
Yes.
But I think you should try and go no hose, no jacking off for a month.
Did you not bang your girlfriend in that month?
In that month, I did not, and she was not happy about it. But the benefits really, really made it worth it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Really? So for a month, this is like what? When you do this? This is
last year from August 22nd to September 22nd, my birthday.
Oh, the birthday was
and then my birthday, I broke it. I broke it off.
You jizzed on your birthday.
Yes.
12 a.m. 12:01.
No, it was like we went out to dinner for my birthday. I had a show. We went to dinner, and then we came home
and just for an hour.
And it was off to it.
Noah's Ark was being made.
Pretty much.
Just a deluge of cum.
More like Sodom and Gomorrah. If we're getting biblical here.
Police is out. Wait outside.
More like David and Goliath. Shot her in the eye.
It's like when your cum has an arc to it.
Exactly.
That's what I'm talking about. Hello. He's bestial. So you said for a month, you're saying things changed for you.
I don't want to get into specifics because I'm superstitious, but there were some very clear benefits that were very obvious. Now, I don't know. I do this kind of thing also in conjunction with other forms of sadhana. I'm an experimenter.
Sadhana meaning what?
Practice. Spiritual practice. And I'm an experimenter, as you know.
Yes. When Arjuna took the Zen, everyone knew this is what Hindu phrase is. What's this?
What?
What?
Just give me this.
What concept is this?
Give me my Zen. Zen's good for you.
Actually, the warriors in the Mahabharata were actually taking some opiates to see God.
But, there's other things that you do. But I think it's a healthy practice in general to be continent.
I think the idea of when you want something and getting it, when that distance is small, maybe it's the core of Western, the evil and shit that we're in right now is that instant gratification is available to us in all forms.
Yeah.
Sexual, emotional, spiritual. You want to, even friendship, like you're feeling weird, call your friend up. Whereas before it was almost like you have to write a letter. Like the level of want and fulfilling of that want has gotten so small that it has set us off on this horrific path.
Well, it fucks with your dopamine, right? I think that's one big thing. Everything now, our dopamine is completely screwed. I was talking to my nephew today, Seiji.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, man, he was talking to me about his study playlist, right? Things that he listens to during, that's a lot of video game music, stuff like that. I was like, hey, you should check these out. Check out these like Indian rags, like listen to the ragas. And he was like, yeah, I tried it. He's just like, but this is too low key and mellow for me. And my dopamine is too fucked for me to respond to this.
So he needs like, what, just audio of someone getting murdered?
Or something,
You know, it is going to get more and more like that. Until it's literally you have to like listen to Eat Sacrifices or something like that to get it going. But it's like, dude, I guess we all have different levels we've been growing up with. Of course, that generation is fucked, because what is it, like when they were 3, they were just like playing on their iPads. So, I mean, you also see how like teachers, like how parents raise their kids with iPads. They just kind of give it to them. Yeah. How's Dylan and Ryu? They got the iPad situation locked in?
They're beyond iPads now. They both have huge gaming setups in each of their rooms. Dilly's playing Valorant. Ryu's playing. He's big on Fortnite. And he's like streaming now too.
Right.
He's like I want to get 500 subs by the end of the year. He's got like content creator goals.
Okay.
This is Ryu, of course. Dilly just likes to play Valorant.
Okay. Well, this is. I mean, I was that kid. But also, I had to. That kid becomes me eventually. I was a big gamer.
It's like there's no point in trying to like, hey, don't be like every kid of your generation. Like, no. Have you ever seen that movie Captain Fantastic?
Yeah,
with Viggo Mortensen.
Of course.
It's like, what am I going to try and Captain Fantastic my nephews? And like, no, guys, we're gonna go to the woods and read theory and like, no, it's like you just gotta let them live in the world.
Stop. Read the Propaganda Model by Noam Chomsky, please.
Was he named after a Pokemon on purpose?
No, his name's Ryan.
Oh, okay.
We just call him Ryu.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Because if he was into video games and named after a Pokemon,
yeah.
If the next kid is named Mewtwo, then I guess that is an issue.
That's the first kid's Mew.
Mewtwo. Dude, Jagged Up Again, it's like this thing where it's like, it's so nice to release the valve. It's so nice because then you can just like, But dude, it's like putting like a shroud over you. You don't know how to be outside of it. You're inside the need matrix. You know what I'm saying? Like when I need to jack off and I just fucking wait, I do it and I do that. Everything needs to be just so, or else I'll just be like kind of like I'll feel the imbalance.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. For me, I will occasionally here and there do it, but not really. Not really. I try to keep things pretty continent. Yeah, I'm pretty much.
Really?
Pretty much, yeah.
Usama, how much have you saved on bounty?
You think I use Bounty, bro?
Yeah, he doesn't clean that up.
It's all, bro. It's just it calcifies,
encrusted.
Bro. There's like stalactites in my house.
He puts it in
Bounty.
his hair.
I go green with my jack. Okay, I'm an eco jacker.
Usama's got a sock in his bedroom that you got to break on the hull of a ship like a champagne bottle.
It's one of the God of War weapons. Okay, blunt force trauma.
There's a zombie apocalypse. Usama's weapon is going to be
I'm
a
covered.
hardened jizz sock that he impales zombies with.
Your AK-47s. I got a far stronger
It's
material.
like a boomerang. It's a tube sock.
Yeah.
A busterang.
Absolutely, baby.
A busserang.
Bangarang, baby.
Bangarang. So, I mean, I think it's, I don't know. I think you should try going holeless, jizzless for a month.
Holeless and jizzless.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, the interesting thing is, bro, like, there was like a weird sense of like, when I was alone at night, because 12 a.m. to 3 a.m. is my time to just really release.
Yeah.
When I was jacking up all the time, I wasn't alone. I had my porn star friends there as well. I wasn't truly alone. I was always like trying to create things to have virtual companions almost, right? Yeah. I sat there for 3 hours, not coming, not doing anything, just hard as a rock, just fucking chilling. Just
I know.
locking
Now
in.
just imagine taking that, harnessing it, sublimating it and then harnessing that energy into something else.
I mean, for a month, no cum.
Yeah. I think you got to do it.
Joe, you cum a lot, right?
A couple times a week.
A week? You're there good?
Twice a week, 3 times a week, I'll come. One or two will be from sex, and the other one
we show
from
you
self-love.
Self-love.
Joe comes when you show him any human being who's a female whatsoever, too. Don't forget that. Literally, yeah.
It's true.
I'll go like, but then Joe will be right behind me, like drooling on my head.
Listen, guys, I'm married, okay?
Yeah.
I need to live through your stories.
That's true.
Let me see.
Through Usama's
Let me see.
Instagram for you page.
And then no matter how ugly the girl is, Joe's like, oh yeah.
What's on your For You, Joe, Instagram-wise? What's on like your For You on Instagram?
Oh, shit, let me check. For some reason, I've been getting pro wrestling stuff for years, and I can't really get rid of it. I don't know.
What's mine right now?
Let's take a look. Let's all compare.
Where do I go? Oh, the search. Okay.
But, jiggling booties.
Yeah, I got pro wrestling.
I mean, mine is at this point just literal porn. It's just actual porn now.
I got cute monkeys.
Oh, that's cute. Because the Mango Bay talk. I got you.
And some music stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't really have horrors,
What do you
though.
I've got a lot of bears.
Any twinks?
No, shut the fuck up. Like a lot of grizzly bears, then like a bunch of like, Vedanta, Bhakti stuff, and then some like martial arts stuff.
And don't knock
Stand
it.
up.
There's some porn in there.
Where?
Bam.
That's not really. I don't know.
But
I don't want to hit
even
tap on that.
Even porn
That's
is
not
like weird.
even. It's just. Yeah, I guess so.
Okay,
but-
so I was like, oh, he's like me. It's just some scantily clad women, but of course it's like Pranav out and weird.
Yeah.
So the video is like one of the most giant women of all time and one pygmy tadpole. Like, why does everything got to be weird with you, man?
Look, this is all. It's all fighting stuff.
You got to Ripley believe it or not, everything.
Listen, it's all fighting Vedanta and animals.
There we go.
That's pretty much my
me
For
see,
You
let me
at
see.
this point.
And this.
We got to guess Usama's, though.
Oh my!
We already know Usama's. It's just
Literally,
all.
camel toe and camel toe.
Do you get more
and
big titty action or big booty action on there?
Right now, it's a lot of booty action, but now I'm getting like a lot of like just ripped people, like ripped women. It's getting a little funky, to be honest.
Oh, see, that's the thing. You're like, you're what the demand, what you're interested in is just getting more extreme. Let me just get a little weirder with it. I'm not saying that they can't be hot or whatever,
Yeah.
but the further afield you're going to stray.
Oh,
the
yeah,
more
it's good.
extreme you're.
It's good.
You know?
Dude, literally, my friend called me. He's the kind of guy who was so gnarly. He would jack off on the family computer during the day, door open.
Yeah, families around.
Families around
Cooking
watching.
dinner.
He's like, Mom, tuna melt. And then goes back. Dude, this
Indian
guy.
guy, white guy.
Oh, Indian guy.
Okay.
One of my besties.
Okay.
One of my loves of my life. And he would just door open, chair, jacket off, sound on.
What a savage, dude.
Savage. You think you're crazy, bro.
What a savage.
And then the sound on, just like, his left hand just like taking up like tissues. He's just like, yeah, Mom,
Mom, I need more tissues.
Mom, tissues.
More tissues.
And get the 2-ply this time, bitch.
2-ply
Jesus. Dad, jack me off. Jesus. He was a little goblin. And he would like huff paint and he was like doing glue. And it was always just stimulated as fuck. He did
Just like huffing and then jacking. It's like some fucking Blue Velvet shit.
His mom's feeding him gasa. Mom! And then he would do salvia every weekend. Like,
Oh.
this dude was on fire. And he was the coolest guy. One of my besties. Sweetest dude. He's good now. He's like actually
That's good.
in NA and stuff like that. And just the best guy. But just bonkers. He would sometimes like knock on my window at like 2 a.m. And he like found a ladder and he just climbed up on the ladder and just like, hey, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
And then he like fell down once from the ladder, like classic 90s sitcom style, almost broke his leg.
It'd be cool if instead of using a ladder, he uses jizz to swing up like Spider-Man in your window.
That's my job, first of all. He was a jizzy guy. I mean, he was a very jizzy guy.
I mean, look, at a certain age, we're all pretty jizzy dudes.
We're all very jizzed out. But Just there's a guy who's a cut above. There's a guy who always lives the life.
Yeah.
He's always the one showing you the weird website.
Well, he's like the weekend Salvia warrior too. It's so funny that Salvia.
Dude, this is my guy
What's
because
his thing?
he's this weekend Salvia. He's jizz ropes. He was always the guy that showed me the weird website. Everything that I ever learned weird wise was my guy.
I don't know what's wrong. Have you ever tried Salvia?
Yeah, very little. I didn't go to some other plane though. It took him away. He was looking at himself. Third body.
Yeah, you know what? I remember when Salvia was becoming big, and a couple friends of mine. I remember Philip and Infinity. You didn't meet them, but they were at the Netflix show, and I was staying with them in LA. But they were like, dude, you got to try Salvia. It's amazing.
It's
You're going to love it. And so I come over and I'm like, all right, I'm ready for the Salvia. And they set up a gravity bong. So it's not just like a little hit. They set up a gravity bong of Salvia. They're like, this is going to fuck our guy up. Get ready. Buckle up. We were sitting on the floor just so
This is for this last
fall.
trip.
No, this is a while ago. This is many years ago. And I did the bong. I was excited too.
Yeah.
And then I did the bong hit a Salvia and it didn't do anything to me.
This happens to you a lot, doesn't it?
Didn't do anything to me. I was like, there's something. You have a weird central nervous system.
Or it's like, how fucked up are you in general?
Yeah.
That even Salvia was like, I don't know what to do here.
Yeah.
I don't know. We're done. Our job here is done.
Maybe.
I did Salvia once in the front seat of my friend's shitty brown car.
Uh-huh.
It was parked next to a playground. And
A brown car. That is shitty.
like an old 1993 Chevy Nova or
was
something
it
like that.
Bookie or something. Like, what was he? And how did it affect you?
I thought I was on the sea.
What?
That's cool.
His car.
Oh, like the car became
His
the sea.
car became a pirate ship, pretty much, and I was on the open sea.
The Salvia trip only lasts. How long does it last?
It
Usually?
lasted like a minute or so.
Yeah.
I have another friend that did it and freaked out so hard that he quit smoking weed for years and years. He had such a horrific. He went to the 7th layer of hell.
Oh.
And he quit everything after that. It was so traumatic.
That
He was
happened-
in the corner rocking back and forth crying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
That happened to my friend too. So I actually walked in on him when he was doing Salvia and I wasn't. And he started yelling. He's like, "You're my enemy. You're my enemy." And then he passed out. And then he came back. He's like, "That was crazy, right?" And I was like,
You ever did whippets?
Oh yeah, whippets.
I know
As a
whippets.
You ever
kid.
done like straight up nitrous?
Yeah.
I feel like it's kind of like that where it's like
it's just
you really
loopy.
lose your entire fucking mind.
Yeah.
Well, you don't always lose your mind with whippets unless you
Yeah.
do a huge amount.
No, well, if you get a nitrous balloon though, then it's
Yeah.
Yeah, nitrous balloon.
Everything slows down.
it's like, yeah. It's a whole thing
You
for
become
sure.
dubstep brain.
I just remember seeing videos online of like kids doing Salvia, and they would just be full on retete.
This is like African American memory challenge. Retete, get over here. Dinner's ready. Retete.
My son retete.
Dude, remember in the old days of YouTube when there was no corporate logging and stuff like that? And so you'd see videos like this, like, "Hey y'all, here's my Salvia blog."
Yeah,
You know, and you're like, "There's no one's there yet. It's just the Bengali dude who made it. You know, that's it. That's the only oversight." What a wild time in internet history. Because you'd see these little blogs of people doing Jenkum and people just doing like snuff porn was on it. If you like search the right thing,
It was a Wild West, dude, back then.
absolutely, man.
There was that Salvia video where the guy jumped through like a plate glass window in a basement. Do you remember that one?
No.
That was the big popular Salvia trip video.
No,
Yeah.
Maybe I did see that
Yeah.
actually.
What do you do? What is this video?
He was sitting on the couch and just tripped out and then like dove through the window out the like through a basement window.
Hell yeah.
It's crazy, dude. Well, I actually just heard a story last night, actually, at Sty Guys. This kid who was there, he's from California, and he was telling me a story of some friends, and they were 16, and they took a bunch of acid, and one of the girls was like, "There's a gas leak in the house. I got to get out of here. There's a gas leak in the house." There was no gas leak. But she thought there was, and she left the house, and it was like below freezing, and she died.
Whoa. That's sad.
That's fucking nuts, dude.
This is during a comedy show? How do you, what?
No, it wasn't during
Okay.
the show. It was after he was talking to me about it.
Jesus.
Yeah.
It must have been huge dose though. You don't just.
No, it's a huge dose, but I think it's also like I think it's like a certain age that you shouldn't actually be fucking around with that kind of thing.
Every time I went to a mall, like a rave in college, literally there's like a story of like two 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds, looking up to some kids, teenagers, like did 8 pounds of Molly, drank 0 waters, and then just die.
Yeah.
On the, or the music was that bad, whatever it is, but like they're dead. And it's like, Jesus Christ, man. Like these kids be not knowing the dosages. They don't go online,
Every music video or music festival has deaths.
Deaths, yeah.
Every major music festival.
Except
Yeah.
Fish. They
No, they definitely have like one death a year.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Fish?
When they do their festivals.
Is it drug related?
Usually they find someone dead in their tent. Usually.
Someone said-
You got 80,000 people doing drugs all weekend.
It's just some guy said, I don't really like Fish that much, and then gets...
Imagine being a band and you're
mobbed.
making music and you're responsible for like 12 deaths because you decide to get together and play songs.
There's no
A bunch of
way.
a bunch of fish hippies beat the shit out of somebody. They stomp on him with their Tivas, their Tiva sandals. They have a little Tiva party on
Just
their-
like strangle them with their tie-dye shirts.
Yeah.
I don't like Fish that much. Oh, yeah.
Somebody strangles you with their dread, their nasty white dreadlock.
They hacky sack them to death.
Yeah, exactly. They bounce them from foot to foot.
They smell their dread once and just die. Don't ever say Fish is not the best man of all time. I mean, dude, that's the thing is no one's ever died from a comedy show. Maybe a black show. Maybe one of the old
Laughing super hard.
Old Kings of Comedy,
Yeah.
like Bernie
Heart
Mac
attack or
going like.
something.
There's comedians that have died on stage though. That counts as a death.
Yeah, sure.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Like Bob Einstein, his dad died on stage.
What?
Oh shit.
Really?
Super Dave Osborne.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And who's his brother? The very famous comic that was on the Tonight Show all the time.
Ozzy.
I forgot what his name is. Anyways, their dad died on stage during a
Fuck.
roast.
That's kind of cool.
Oh fuck.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah.
That's
He
kinda
killed
crazy.
and then went back to his seat and
then
just slumped
died.
over and died.
Jesus.
Literally not me thinking you're gonna do some killed pun. Like he killed,
Yeah.
and then he
Yeah.
was killed.
Yeah.
Dude, I comedy. I guess that is a mark of how good you are. Did somebody die?
I
That's-
always get excited.
Yeah.
I remember one time I made a guy choke on
Yes.
his beer in the front row.
because I choked him.
And it was great. I was like, oh, this is awesome.
Yeah, it's like when you choke someone's neck, they choke.
Yeah. But, Anyway, should
Yeah.
we get to some stories?
Let's do it.
First of all, I want to start with the UP story. This is in Uttar Pradesh.
Yeah.
This is a crazy ass story. This is the kind of thing that needs to be made into like an American style Netflix miniseries. This is the story of, okay, this is about a guy in Uttar Pradesh, India. And the story starts where his name's Mujahid, right? And this guy woke up in a hospital and it had all of his junk removed because this guy who was like his friend,
Om
Prakash, had like doped him up, took him to the hospital, had his genitals removed, and was like, "Now we're gonna get married." Right?
Whoa.
Totally horrific when you first hear about
Right.
it.
So when I'm reading the story, I'm like freaking out.
Yeah,
This is Saw.
I know exactly. This is like some really gnarly
This is
Jeffrey
the
Dahmer
worst.
style shit
Right.
because it's like he used to sexually harass me, but he was blackmailing me with videos and threatening my family's life. And I was
Yes.
like, okay, and then you're like, what the fuck? And then you hear from the hospital. Because the family's like, we're going to sue the hospital. And they're like, actually, he came in several times before to consult with the doctors and had a full battery of psychological tests to make sure that he was suitable for a sex change.
Also, we have video evidence of him coming in.
Yeah, and it's like we have him talking about how he wants to do it. And I was like, holy shit.
This is now insane.
Yeah.
Well, I think I get it. This is my take. It's like he's a Muslim kid, wants to get a sex change. His dad would kill him.
Yeah.
And so he made this whole cockamamie story.
Yeah.
And maybe he didn't understand that his dad was going to go for the hospital.
Well, it's like, how far ahead? These guys were obviously thinking this thing through of like, we're going to go to the hospital multiple times, psychological tests. Like,
Yes.
did you not have a better game plan for the parents?
Right.
Other than like, we'll cross that bridge when I come out of surgery.
Did you underestimate how a Muslim dads be hating all of this?
You know,
my dad.
any Indian dad in India at this socioeconomic level,
Get out of here.
is going to be like, get fucked.
You
We're going
know?
to kill you.
That's insane.
You know, acid to the face.
You know, you plan a heist and then you forget the getaway car.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly. You plan everything but the getaway. So this is the fated love story of Om Prakash and Mujahid.
Yes.
Right? And it's a little bit bonkers because he really is now throwing his man under the bus, too.
Well, didn't they have it together? Like, they were like, hey, this is what we're going to do. I think maybe Om Prakash was like, I'll be the villain in your story, and then we can run off together.
I mean, I guess.
Oof.
But at the end, they were like, we have faith that Yogi Adityanath will bring this doctors to justice and Om Prakash to justice. And it's like, bro, your boy's on video being like, I want to do this.
I want to do this.
You know?
I mean, he had a full lisp and everything, okay? So this guy was ready to go. I love the idea of like Om Prakash being like, I love you, but I'm not fucking gay.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
You know what?
So you want to get this dick.
You know what I think happened is I think he came out, he had the sex change. He's like, actually, I don't think I'm that into you anymore.
Yeah.
I think I'm actually just into dudes.
Oh my
and
God. You know when girls.
Then he's like, fuck this, I'm suing the world.
Bro, you know when girls like put on a lot of makeup just for you and like come, they're like, hey.
Yeah.
And you're like, you look ugly.
I kind of, yes, I've had that experience. I've had that experience. I was dating this Turkish woman once. I was dating this Turkish chick once, and I was already a little bit on the fence about her. And I remember she showed up, and we were with all of our friends, and she showed up in just like full blast. They set the makeup gun on to clown settings. Hit her in the face, and I just looked at her. She's like, what do you think? And it was so sad because it's like she thought I was going to be really happy, and she was really happy, but I was dying inside.
Yes.
I was just like, oh no. It was like hard for me to hide it too.
You're like Dumbo in the firefighter scene when they're saving people from the, makeup with that level, holy shit. And also Middle East, the Persian style.
Yeah.
Sometimes can be that area of the world.
She had it like specially done by like a friend of hers too.
Jesus Christ.
It was like blue eyeshadow. It was like straight out of Kabuki theater. You know what I mean?
Like geisha vibes.
It was almost, but like, I mean like Kabuki theater where it's like dudes who are getting it full on in the drag, right? As a geisha. And that's what and I was like, I can't do it.
Of a young goblin.
Yeah.
Disgusting. Yeah, bro. That's exactly what happened. I think this guy
that haunts me too because of my own shittiness of just being like, I don't like it. But
yeah, I guess at that point, Om's gonna be like, yum.
Yeah, I know.
Yay. Okay, I'll lick your clit now, I guess. Fuck, I was gay the whole time. Yeah, it's like those moves like when the girl every time the girl moves to like New York from Delaware or some shit, 2 days later they're broken up. You know what I'm saying? It's like
exactly.
Now that you're up close and I see your pussy,
or she breaks up with him because she's like, hey, I'm out here. Yeah, you got a call coming from our next dude.
Yo, Jay, what's up, bro? Oh yeah, Joe, can you get the
door,
Jay, real quick? Yeah, thank you, buddy.
Thanks, bro.
Can you keep recording? So
thanks, Joe, bro.
We're still recording, right?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I mean, dude, how do you think it's gonna actually end up going? Like,
I don't know. It's like it's a terrifying story, actually.
Dude.
It was like that movie Parasite, where it's like, oh, this is kind of a light-hearted comedy, quirky comedy. Then it descends quickly into horror, and this is a different arc where it started as horror, and then it's kind of like a tragic comedy of errors. You know what I mean? Where it's just like, what the fuck happened? You know?
This is the worst iteration. Of
Actually, should we do some deeper diving and see? Because this happened a few weeks ago, and like they need like a TLC reality show.
This is like the most intense punked episode, really, of all time. You know?
I mean,
it's
this
like
is video reveals. I mean,
there's some practical jokers, but with like brown dads crying.
Yeah, and so there's a video of him consenting to the procedure, which I mean, I don't know, is like maybe it's just actually standard kind of buyer's remorse that people who have these kind of procedures have.
Well, there's like stories of like women, whatever, suing doctors.
Yeah.
For doing like, things that they wanted. So like they were like, they got their buyer's remorse. They have no more dick anymore. And they're like, well, I'm suing you now because you coerced me.
I know.
You
I
know,
know.
and then they retroactively deny consent to these doctors, and so now these doctors are like fucked.
It's weird. Like TikTok is banned in India too, so I'm like, how do they get the download of this
I
kind of
don't even-
this like social idea, right? This kind of like like how do they get the fucking
Maybe he saw like one of the Hijras do a backflip. He's like, that's cool.
maybe. But
I like that.
It's a pretty insane thing, dude. Like
That's the new like. We're gonna keep discussing this, and then one more story about
Jains doing a rescue operation of goats on
Yes.
Eid, on Bakar Eid.
Come on down.
Come on down.
Your mango big.